All right then, everybody of Speed Gaming. Do I want to say this is? I think this is true. Yeah, this is true. Welcome to another race in the group stages of the Metroid Prime Cross Game Cup of 2023. I am the Ginger Chris, one of your commentators, and joining me we have Op82. How are you doing, Op?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Excited for this one. I think this is a race between two teams that have definitely a good level of experience, fair experience around all four runners, and I think they are fairly well matched. That this could go either way, so I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. So the runners,
Good.
go on. Yeah, so the runners were opting for vanilla settings for the most part. The only difference is that Prime will have vanilla suit damage reduction, whereas Echoes I don't think has anything. And then they've just filled the nothing pool with flamethrowers, really.
So, what do you predict for suffering today?
The only one I want to suggest, just to be really mean to Faizy, is the Ice Beam in Labs. But that's a bit of an in-joke. I don't think it'll happen, but I know Faizy would not appreciate it if it did happen. But otherwise, we've been seeing a lot of late space jump seeds.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that could
And
rear
late,
its ugly head again.
and late bombs.
Late bombs as well, yeah.
Yeah. And screw attack.
Yeah, we've been getting some real nice pushed out logic seeds, which is good to see this tier.
And required light suit and cobalt.
Yeah, Sank Map's been popping up quite a bit.
As you can tell, I'm a little salty about that. Required everything. Hard required.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, so it looks like SJF only found a pack of missiles in the alcove, but there is a prime morph ball here in Artifact Temple. So both teams will be picking up their artifact hints, and we'll see if they opt to scan or read these before leaving, or if they'll wait till they hit a bit of BK before doing so.
Let me see if I can write them down. Probably not, but we'll try.
Oh, no. Jay's going through this pretty quickly. I saw Cyclops Pit, Gravity Chamber, Biohazard, Hive Dynamo, Poison Bog, Defiled Shrine, I think that was.
I didn't write any of those down. I was too slow.
Yeah, Jay went through that pretty quickly, and I think the quality on Jay's screen was a little lacking to kind of fully make out most of them, but we will no doubt see Faizy look at them again, and we'll hopefully get a little bit more info there, but at least, I don't think any of the artifacts were too terrible. Some kind of iffy ones, but no bosses by the looks of it.
Nothing to pause and contemplate on.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts when it comes to reading your artifact hints? Do you prefer looking at them straight away, or do you tend to push them out till you hit that little bit of BK?
Depends on my mood. Sometimes, well, mostly I do them right away just to kind of get it out of the way in case I forget. Because it's kind of hard to find a right time where you can pause long enough to do it, so I just kind of pause regardless.
Oh, and a space jump boots in the transport to Aegon Waste. And I believe that Violet hint was also a Hive Temple Keys hint. So unlikely that those will be needed, but you never know. We may have one of the rare quad required seeds.
Yep, Super's on Total Energy Controller.
Oh dear. So I can't see anything of interest that was in Mining Plaza.
Nah, I didn't catch it either. Well, let's see on Bruh's side.
I know Jay checked Frigate Crash Site as well, but that was just an E-tank for Echoes. So yeah, so far not a whole lot coming through.
Huh, Bruh didn't look. Unfortunate.
And it's looking like two of our runners have dead trackers at the moment. Doesn't look like Jay's is updating, and it doesn't look like Naii-si is updating. So maybe they're off screen or tabbed out, because I know sometimes OBS can be a bit finicky with that type of stuff.
Neither is Naii-si tracker. Yeah, I said that.
Right, so we're getting Faisy now into Chozo, first to reach the sandy dunes of the Prime 1 game. Looked like a missile on the ledge.
And just a missile in whatever that room is that Naii-si's in. No. God, why am I blanking on the name of that?
It's not Transport Center, is it?
Mm.
That's the room after. Ooh, what's that? Rune Shrine has for us another Echo Z tank.
It looks like Echoes is in BK. I'm guessing they're waiting on. Well, they do have a power bomb, so I'm surprised Naii-si just. Oh, maybe not. Maybe there's just.
No, there's definitely stuff to do, because when the space jump bits came up, I don't think either player had returned to Temple Assembly Site for that.
Yeah.
To check see what was up there, because I never saw anybody do the TAS slope jump.
Apparently, we got a route divergence already. Naii-si heading back to. Or is he just saving? Huh, I'm not sure.
Oh, Naii was fixing tracker, Sam says. So that'll be good.
Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
So on Bomb Guardian, we got Dark Beam, which I'm guessing isn't in logic until they get mains.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, the space jump, slope jump to get out of Bomb Guardian, I think, is logical.
Oh, it is now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I think you need either SA, boost, power bombs, or space jump to get out of Bomb Guardian.
Alright.
So yeah, I think that Dark Beam might actually be in logic. Alright, so Naii has gone for a restart. Maybe some tech issues on their side of things. So a PB expansion found for the Echoes player just behind Hive Mecha.
That's convenient.
Yep, and Bra is going to come into contact with their Dark Beam shortly.
You mean Naii?
I guess Naii as well, yeah. Has Bra already done it? Right.
Hmm?
I'm losing track of which side is which here.
Yeah, Bra's on the right.
And just a missile in Prime Vault.
Yeah, without regular bombs, this route makes sense into Central Mining Station.
Yeah, and it looks like both Prime players are going to follow suit into middle Chozo here, which makes sense with the Morph Ball. There's not much else that we can really do. And get as far as Watery Hall, probably take a save and do the check on Zoid from there. Whereas Bra's heading into Pirate Labs. We'll see where Naii decides to go from there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what was on top of the room there. Oh, and we get Screw Attack for Naii, which I assume was in Watery All Access.
Yep. So that again also makes the dark beam and logic of the slope jump wasn't.
Right.
But no, that opens up. What does that actually open up for echoes then? Because just with screw attack and space jump, because we don't have main power bombs yet. So I guess this is kind of screaming for GFMC maybe?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, they also have. God, why am I blanking on room names? Wind Chamber Gateway.
Yeah, they
Triple
can do
Trap.
that. I don't think it's logical until we see mains though, but they will at least have access in that area.
Oh, that's right. I meant to ask. Uh, Expansions don't count in echoes, do they?
No. And expansions in Prime don't count until you've had the mains at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so for Tower of Light, for example, I guess that's Tower of Light's the only one that really relies on expansion logic. You still need the main missile launcher, but you need at least 36 missiles, I think it is total,
I must
to
be
do
thinking
Tower of
of.
Light.
I must be thinking of Bash's rando.
Possibly, yeah. But no, main power bombs for the Prime player in Watery Hall. So we now have some explosives. And yeah, it does look like Naii has decided to head back to the temple grounds. Is going to do a bit of the loop here. DMT probably take this through to GFMC. And Bruh is pushing on further into
Amber.
Pirate Labs. Ooh, the best translator color.
Yeah, now logically we have to backtrack.
Yep.
Probably not going to do that just yet.
Yeah, I would still check the GFMC piece here. It feels
Unless,
bad, because you
yeah,
don't really want to double dip it later on after jump guarding, but
yeah, especially if something is in Sandcash, like, I don't know, Emerald or something.
yeah. But it might be one of those like weird, unfortunate seeds where you are logically required to double back to GFMC,
Right.
which is never nice. Goodbye, Dark Samus. Didn't even realize we'd started the fight. And Bra is going to see what is in the storage cupboard here. And
Prime
it's
bombs.
prime bombs. Ooh, that's tasty.
Alright, so looks like Fizzy is not going to be able to get out. Oh,
Yep,
never
so
mind. No, that was Echo's bombs.
oh, we found Echo's bombs as well.
Yeah, behind Zoid.
Oh, so kind of like French Vanilla Zoid. That's kind of funky.
French Canadian vanilla.
Oh, and Annihilator in Gathering Hall.
Uh,
So yeah, this odd divergence between the two teams so far has led to either game's bombs, but also kind of puts both teams in a weird position. Because Fizzy obviously needs to like save reset out of this, unless we see boost. But no, well, it's an E tank, so we're just gonna take the reset here.
yeah. You won't need to go back though. That's
Yeah.
fine. Okay, Tumas is dead.
Nice to see. And
And
Prime
Prime
Space.
Space Jump.
Okay, I like that. Now that does say that Naii has opted not to do the GFMC loop.
And also Varia and Doomed Entry.
Area and doomed entry. Oh, that's disgusting. So yeah, this is a bit of a messy seed to start with. We're 13 minutes in, and both teams have different advantages to each other
Yeah.
based on separate routing options here. So I'm curious to see where the two teams will overlap with each other once they both start finding what the other teams have found.
Yeah, I wonder if Jay is going to end up going to Magmore before maybe checking plant and having it, be required.
Yeah. With the Varia, I would much prefer going straight into Magma just because there's a lot more available to you in that situation, especially with the
Yeah,
fact that Jay has space jump, so the movement is faster.
yeah,
Actually, no, Jade doesn't. It's Faizy that has the space jump at the moment.
yeah.
Bra hasn't gone back for Amber yet.
Yeah, it's also good to like pivot save and maybe just check, plant, just in case you get trolled like we did.
Yeah. Pivot saving is very strong in CGC. It's something I do quite a lot. I might sometimes also do like too many pivot saves and then forget I've actually set up a pivot save and
Yeah,
waste it.
Emerald.
And
Okay.
that's a nice find, yeah. So one team has all of the translators pretty much, and the other team has a bunch of other good things.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Emerald does yet. Like eventually it'll open up Sank Entrance. It does open up a hint right now, but
Yeah. Now, with the Annihilator, we have the possibility of like really poor light beam locations, but we don't have Torvis access until we see that light beam crop up.
Phase on grounds.
Could be phase on grounds. We
Oh,
might have something under the save station and Great Temple as well with the Emerald.
yeah, looks like we'll have to backtrack for that SDK. Or go out of bounds.
So I'm curious as to what Bra is attempting to find here information wise.
Oh, little
Just
dog.
doing a visual check.
Yeah, I didn't catch what it was.
I think it was a PB expansion, a burger, but no key item at least, so they can write that off later. Ooh, an Echo Spider Ball has been found at the top of Root Cave. So that is currently out of logic till we see Grapple and X-Ray. So that is good for Faizy and Naii to consider. They're now got pieces of a jigsaw here that don't tie together. So Naii find themselves in Dark Aegon as well, and it looks like Bra is returning. We're going to see what Jump Guardian has. Ooh, and Arbor Chamber is in STK. So that's a nice early find. And Jay is going to come across that Emerald translator shortly. While Bra is leaving Aegon, most likely. Now, the question here is that once Bra comes across the Amber translator, will they prioritize coming back, or will they do the GFMC loop at this point? Yeah, the Bra checking their map. Notice that they have the mining tunnel access thing available and decides not to do it just yet.
And got a Prime PB on Jump Guardian.
Definitely swimming in Powerbomb expansions at the moment. Yeah, Faizy trying to do the camera clip here to see what is in the tree. I don't like the way Faizy does this.
I'm never
Uh,
sure how to do that. I hear like sometimes I hear look to the right or look to the left.
so see how the tree is hexagonal in shape. So the way I do it is I line up with the bottom right hexagon kind of point, and I push into it. And then what I'll do is I'll jump up, and then on the way down, push forward, and the camera basically kind of scoops forward and can clip through. You want to be facing it. You don't want to be like to the side or kind of to its right or to its left. You want to just be kind of facing into the hexagonal bottom right corner, and just jump, push forward on the way down, and the camera should just like clip forward.
See?
You don't have to move at all, but I much prefer pushing forward on the way down because it gives you, I guess, a lot more success with it, or at least when I do it that way.
Yeah, I've pulled it off like maybe once or twice, but still haven't gotten the right feel for it.
Yeah, so Bra is doing a wall crawl here for Mining Plaza by the looks of it, so...
Phazon and aerial training site. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So Bra is wall crawling here. Question is, what are they wall crawling for? Are they wall crawling for sand cache here? To skip the amber that they would literally get like 2 minutes from now?
Probably. Where was Amber again? I'm not sure. Jay is headed that way.
DMT. Amber's on Dark Missile Trooper.
Oh, right. So
that seems like the most useless wall crawl. Brawl wall crawled to do nothing effectively. They wasted about a minute and a half on whatever that wall crawl was purposed for.
I didn't even see him stop. Looked away for a second.
Yeah, and Bra's going for this. I really dislike the wall crawl plays when you have a lot still in logic to do. Because one of the things...
Oh, sorry. Oh, what exactly is he trying to look at? Or get to?
So, I think we're trying to get sand cache by...
Okay.
Out of bounds, so we go in, check to see where the item is, and then scoop it up and hopefully reset out. But the problem with that is that wall crawling is a good tool when you are in a position where you have no logic left to follow. And the longer you spend wall crawling to do this out of logic check while you still have like 5 to 10 other checks, if you get an item like, for example, the light beam that has just shown up, that light beam is now going to put you on another pathway, meaning you're not going to find that amber for a little longer, and you're not going to find the space jump foots for the prime player a little longer.
Oh, so Jay still doesn't have that.
Yeah, so this is... I very much disagree with this play. Now, Jay is still moving, which is fine, but this play is going to... not... Oh, now we're going into Jump Guardian site. Okay.
Grab boost on the crate. What? Wow.
An ice beam on the ship. Okay.
Okay. So now do you agree with this play?
I say Naii are fine with the play, yeah. Like, they're doing quite well with what information they have. Now, Ice Beam is kind of weird, because Ice Beam doesn't really do us a whole lot without Wave. The only thing that Ice Beam gives us is Elder Chamber at the moment. But, yeah, Bra is going to take a while before they come across the key items here. Now, Naii, I believe, was trying to do the head bonk in FTA to see what the item is. I don't know if there is a way for us on Restream to ever catch what that item possibly is. But it's too small a pixel that runners can see it, but I don't think we will ever see it on Restream. Oh, Jay's going through the secret pipe. I love that pipe. Now, Fizzy will be super happy that they've found Ice Beam super early. And it looks like Fizzy may be going for Frigate Crash Site Climb here, which I actually do like. This is very good routing.
Did you catch what was in Wind Chamber?
I did not.
Neither.
Though I believe a Spider Ball was just found on Jay's side of things. Along with the Boost Ball.
That's Echo Spider, I'm guessing, right?
I think it was the Prime one.
Oh, he's got Fusion Suit. Okay, I can tell.
Yeah. So yeah,
Oh, and Seekers to Fizzy. Which is apparently in... I don't even know where...
Cavern?
Oh, that's where it came from.
So yeah, those Seekers are not logical till we see Wave Beam. So we know that Wave can't be behind anything Seeker related. Yeah, so this is quite an interesting kind of divergence, because like Naii, having not done Dark Labs, obviously doesn't have the Varia suit and Doomed Entry. So Naii, Fizzy is having to chase the Light Beam kind of stuff, which is also getting some cool findings here. Whereas Jay is heading into Fen first, with the benefit of having bombs and Varia here. And Bra again has found themselves in Dark Aegon style. Potentially taking a save warp out. Please be a save warp. Oh no, Fizzy doesn't have bombs. Ah.
Right.
Yeah, this is a funky difference.
So, yeah, so like they both have big advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah. Like, now, Fizzy, get out of here. Stop it.
Can you actually roll up like that without boost?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you 100% need boost for this. There's no flicking that I've ever witnessed. It just feels like hemorrhaging time where Fizzy... I guess Fizzy, without the bombs, doesn't have access to the back of Chozo yet, because we can't get through geothermal unless Fizzy decides to do the IBBF wall crawl. Or the partial wall crawl here. So Fizzy kind of is in BK, I guess. And Bra is making their way to the GFMC area. But again, is going to find some good items out here. We'll find the ice, which is actually going to be super good for Jay, because they do have the bombs, they do have the Varia. But again, is putting Jay further and further away from getting that space jump. And Fizzy taking the slow, punishing roll through the poison weeds. So yeah, Bra is going to find their collection of goodies.
Looks like Jay's going to have to save out pretty soon, so maybe he'll come across it then.
Jay has the option of doing the spider and bomb jump climb to get into the front of labs. It's not really going to do too much because we don't have any way to go through observatory.
You mean without wave?
Oh, we don't even have wave. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I thought you meant like wall crawl around wave or something.
No. You could, but it's kind of bad. The supers is a nice find.
Yeah. And we didn't see what was in tree, so that could be something. At least I didn't.
Supers and Canyon kind of gives me the fear. One of the things that I've come to realize a little bit with Randovania recently is that if Randovania wants to do something, Randovania will place an item fairly close to that possible check. Now, it's not always guaranteed because it's Randovania can do a lot of like weird things.
Or it'll place it all across the whole map
Yeah,
and expect you to go
I
back.
I always get baited. The fact that Supers is right next to the what's it called? Fen Shorelines here, the lighthouse, but is also right next to Thardis's front door as well. Makes me scared that something would be in one of those two checks. But you also have the possibility there's just something in Hydra. So like I always look at it and I kind of when I pick up an item, I kind of consider that if I've got nothing, I guess close or nothing too far out available to me, I look at the immediate locations that that item would unlock and try to prioritize that somewhat.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm thinking thermal will crop up and then I would be worried, yeah. But no, without the space jump, Jay's not really got a whole lot to follow through on here, so we're going to go back and do the tree. And hopefully, by that point, Bra has managed to find their best translatory colour. And Faiz is about to start doing heat runs. Naii-si's not going to be too far out from the various suit, at least. We're in labs here. It's just a matter of whether Naii will go into dark labs or not. We'll see.
Must have been nothing important at the save station.
No, Faiz done a hell run. Yeah, to check to see what Lava Lake was, and obviously wasn't making it back, so they took the death. I don't know what was in tree, but it looks like Jay is not interested.
I think I glanced at it and then just like immediately forgot.
I
Must have been
almost thought it
nothing.
was Seekers, and then remembered we already have Seekers, so it can't be. But yeah, I think Jay's in a very good position here. Jay is going to start heading into the back of Chozo. We've already done Zoid, so we can skip that and just immediately go into the Stone Toad section. And then we can mess around with the Magic Donut puzzle machine. Oh, but Jay's going to go check upper and lower dynamo. With the bombs and the spider, we can do both these checks. So I think lower might already be done, so it's just upper we're coming back for. And Pfizer now has the Varia suit, so that's going to be super good. Pfizer's going to be able to push straight into basically all of Findrana here. And just do the majority of it in one go. So this might actually work out for Faizy and Naii a lot better than it does for Jay and the timing.
Progressive suit and upper dynamo.
That's good. It's going to make those wall crawls that Bra is really into right now a lot safer.
And we could also check Pod W now. That seems to have had a progression a lot lately.
Yeah, Pod W is a good location. So yeah, Naii is going to be seeing Light Beam shortly. We'll be seeing Boost Ball. We'll be seeing Pfizer will see Spider Ball shortly. The Light Beam will crop up, and Jay is soon to hopefully be seeing Space Jump, which is going to make life a lot easier. Never seen that scan dash. That's kind of cool.
I missed it.
Yeah, so both teams are just going to be picking up the loose pieces the other team already has, which is going to bring them closer together.
And we got a possible Schrodinger's check on Jay's side. Boost to Naii and Shore Tunnel, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I missed that the first time.
And Faizi is about to get bombs. So yeah, both teams are going to slowly pick up the remaining pieces, but I ultimately think Faizi and Naii are going to be in a slightly better position, just with where both runners are when the puzzle pieces all fall back in. Now, there's a possibility that if Flagra is something, then Jay is going to have that advantage.
It's a nice time to get space jump.
Yep.
Speed up the fight.
I'm not really sure if I like Flagra with the cutscene skip. Like, it's faster, but it also feels messier. Because I'm more prone to messing up some stuff because I'm not used to like how Flagra reacts.
Yeah. Same.
That was a hint for Gravity Suit. Was Dark Torvus Temple for Gravity Suit? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, I guess neither player is going to be seeing that.
Yeah. Probably see a Gravless frigate.
Why is Jay doing early wild when Jay has Spider?
Forgot he had it.
That was just needless, Jay. You risked messing it up and having to come back at a later point.
He's got supers, right?
I know, he's got supers, he's got Spider, he's got bombs. He could have done it if he fell down, but it's just like, why? And barely made it. Yeah. Yeah, so Faizi heading into Fen here.
And Wave and Bioenergy.
Oh, that's really good for Naii-si.
Yeah. Faizi can go ahead and the labs now.
And it looks like Bra is kind of pushing away from that. Yeah, so let's see if ghosts have anything.
Nope. Schrodinger's plant strikes again.
Just an E. But yeah, interestingly though, Chica is logically required because we have an artifact in biohazard containment, so we are expected to do Chica for the gravity suit. I don't expect to see either team go do Chica.
Wait, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I misheard you earlier.
But the bug ball is needed, but we will not be attending the bug ball, sadly. Yep, so Faizi is going to be doing some cleanup. Faizi will come across supers shortly. And Faisy will no doubt just push onwards into labs. It makes sense to keep going forward. My advice being we can go out the back, we can go into Farfindrana. I believe there's an artifact in Gravity Chamber as well, so it makes sense to continue that way. Now it looks like Jay is returning somewhat to this direction, now with the space jump. And I see Brat is out of bounds again.
Did Jay just do a mid-air dash?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. If you lock onto something and jump, you can input a dash on the space jump and propel yourself at a kind of downward angle, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'd heard of it, I just never seen it.
There's very few places where you can get like a good advantage out of it, but it is a neat little trick. Now, if Brat is chasing this wall crawl into Torvis, this is going to delay that wave beam so much longer. And there is thermal, ladies and gentlemen. So do you remember how I was saying supers being so close to Thardus was a bit of a scare? And we now have thermal so close to Thardus. I think we need to see a Thardus shortly.
Think they should clear labs first, or go straight to Thardus?
Difficult. I think I would put Thardus off for as long as I could. But I would ensure that I do Thardus before leaving. So I would go through labs, I would do all of Farfen, and then when I'm returning to head into, say, mines, I would get Thardus out of the way. But this definitely is the type of thing that I'm scared of, where you see Randovania places the 2 required items literally almost out the doorstep of a major location, and it baits me, and I will bite. I will always bite that type of bait.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, this is... Bro's definitely out of logic and is pushing further and further away from the expected stuff. Jay's going to be stuck in logical BK for a little bit of time here without that wave.
Huh. In the race time, he says, I am Jay.
Yeah, Jay's gone in for the thermal and realised, oh, I don't have wave beam to get back out.
I'm guessing he doesn't know the lockpick either.
He probably realised too late what he was doing and forgot to lockpick it.
Is that plasma up there in SB? Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, Baizé and Naii seem to be in relatively good position here. Baizé has all the beams. So I think Prime's actually in like perfect position to full clear the game, because they got a hint for Phazon Suit earlier on, so they know they have the information. They don't need to prioritize the Prime artifacts. What they can do now is prioritize as many checks as possible to get Echoes into its go mode position. I think the priority here for the Echo side is getting to Sky Temple, getting our hints. So Prime is just going to do what Prime needs to do and do it as fast as possible, and Naii just needs to get their information. Yo, that was a cool nothing Metroid. It was an ice blue.
Yeah, I've never seen that color.
Yeah, so it looks like Jay is about to do Frigate Crash Site Climb. We'll find the Seekers that we spied earlier on. And we'll probably do the Far Chozo loop here because Jay doesn't really have much else going on without that wave beam, so this makes sense. Might find something for the Troubles. I think the key thing we're looking for is the Echo Supers at this point. If they find the Echo Supers, that could be really good for them. But I don't see what pushes Bra back to labs. Outside of I have ran out of checks. The problem is that Bra is also out of logic here. So Bra really is just out here kind of doing what they can access and not kind of following along with what the seed is wanting them. So hopefully that doesn't cause too much trouble later down the line.
Nothing in Hazing Cliff. And we got an SDK.
Bra is now in logic because of the Seekers pickup, yeah. But without the Seekers, Bra was not in logic, I don't think. So Bra's been about 15 minutes out of logic until those Seekers showed up. And it looks like Faizy's had a little trouble doing the observatory dash here.
Yeah, it's one of those things you get first try 50% of the time, and then like 30th try the other 50%.
Yeah, it's not it's not the easiest dash out there, but it's definitely one of those dashes that I would highly recommend practicing because it is. If you can do this dash, you will be able to accomplish a lot more in the dash category.
Yeah, definitely an important one to learn.
Yeah.
You see Fuzzy skipping those Echoes PBs since Naii already has expansions.
Yeah, I think Echoes has like 4 Powerbomb expansions at this point, 3 or 4, so we at least know Powerbomb checks are in logic now. We can easily access the Powerbomb mains, so that's good information. And Faizy's going for a fight skip here. And gets it quite nicely. And Jay has found a flamethrower in Life Grove, I think. One of the many that is in the pool. Orvis was in logic from the front door. Is it without light beam? And without main power bombs? Oh no, we do have light beam, sorry. We've had light beam for a while. Okay, yeah, we could have come to Torvis from the front. Okay, no, you're right, yeah. Torvis has been in logic for a bit. Which is actually more dangerous, because that means it's going to be longer before we see the wave beam, potentially. Yeah, Jay has finished up the Life Grove area, doesn't look to have found anything of immediate interest, and is probably going to do the Far Chozo remaining stuff.
All of Honor Dead is dead.
Lab Aether has a key. And also has a red key. Now Jay has to fight this uncooperative ghost. One of my least liked enemies in the game. I really feel the hitbox of ghosts is just... It gets made up on the spot. You can shoot a ghost and the power beam just goes right through it, and you're like, okay, thank you.
Yep.
Another Sky Temple key found in labs. Research core specifically.
Yeah, another possible one in Defile Shrine. Said key.
Bra's already done Doomed Entry because that's where the Varia suit was. So the likelihood of Bra going back for just like bioenergy production in Storage C is kind of slim. That's the concern. Alright, so Naii didn't find anything here. And Faisy is doing Farfen. Jay is going to find out what is in upper and lower furnace here because neither of these checks have been available.
Movement system somewhere.
No. Jay isn't checking upper furnace. Is Jay done upper and lower furnace already? Or are we just running right past it?
I don't remember if you did.
Jay checked it? Okay. So no Jay came in this direction, and because we've got Ice Beam, I'd presume they've checked the upper furnace bit, because it's easy enough to see when you come out the door. But the lower part, I don't think. Yeah, unless they've done this after Bomb Guardian, after Zoid, yeah. No. Jay would have been in a possible position to have done that already, yeah. Bra is in Aegon, so maybe we will be seeing this wave beam shortly, which is good. And Naii is going for hints.
Alright.
We have a fairly sketchy wall crawl here. We don't have any suits. So hopefully we can get this transition nice and easy. Faisy picking up an artifact in Gravity Chamber. I always appreciate picking up the Gravity Chamber item. It gets rid of the flicker bats and Findrana's Edge and whatnot, and that just makes life so much easier. Flicker bats are an absolute torment.
Yeah, they're harder to avoid than those flying pirates. And the knockback is insane.
Yeah. Okay, and Naii has skipped the super door, so we're off to get our STK hints. And we'll see what the rest of the seed has in store for us.
It looks like just a missile and war ritual.
Ooh, was that a visor in Battleground?
Didn't realize we hadn't been here yet. Yeah, Echo.
Echo. Ah.
Must be Steep Bleed.
I guess, yeah, both teams when they came here originally, neither team had Light Beam. Because this is where the Varia was. So you had to come here to get Varia, to then have Varia get Light Beam, to then get access to Battleground. So neither player in the Echo side was likely to hang around in Doomed Entry waiting for a Light Beam, so yeah, that's a bit of a poo-poo logic chain, if that Echoes is required. Faisy struggling a little bit to get the slope jump out of Gravity Chamber. Keeps getting it, but I think they keep walking back off when they
Training
reach the
chamber.
surface. Plasma processing. 80? Ladies and gentlemen, we have an 80 seed. An in-cash 1.
Alright, managed to write those down.
So the echo is required as well. So yeah, we actually need to come back on that logic chain to get the echo visor to then go do 80.
Oh, thanks, Jeff. I was about to paste that.
Right, future Fizzy, if you're watching this back, the wall that you're trying to slope on, if you look for the line where two surfaces come together and slope against that, you'll get some incredible height, allowing you to get out of the water here. Rather than whatever this is. I always find the first slope in the gravityless grav chamber to be the hardest bit, because I don't understand the wall that you're actually dealing with. But the rest of the puzzle, there's a lot more easier lineups and kind of elements to do it.
Meanwhile, we have Jay doing bar skip.
Yeah. Reverse frigate does make sense. It's going to be not great. We do have to spend a minute floating in the room before Hydro access tunnel, I guess.
I think he pivot saves in main quarry.
Can get in. Don't have wave.
Oh yeah.
We're still waveless here, but wave will be turning up shortly. Now, for bar skip, I don't like this relentless attempt method. I have a very specific lineup I like to go for. If I mess it up and the camera starts to like go wibbly like this, I always unmorph, reline myself up with like my preferred setup, and then go back into it. Because there's a very specific angle I like to flick to get the morph ball to kind of go over the bars. So I like to force the camera into position to make this. But no, Jay doesn't really have a whole lot left available to them until that wave beam shows up, and I guess we're not getting wave beam anymore because Bruh has warped out of labs.
Oh no.
Feels bad.
That was bioenergy, wasn't it?
Yep, bioenergy production.
Unfortunate.
We were right there. Yeah, so yep, Fizzy having a bit of a rough time here. When it comes to the sloping gravity chamber, when you get up to this level of the ledge at the beginning, there's like, I guess, 3 flat surfaces that come together, and it creates like 2 individual, like, you can see them clear as the lines in the geometry. Just push against one, jump and push forward, and you get the slope off of that, and it's just that wall you're looking to ride. Now picking up some of the emerald hints here in Torvis as we wander through. Nice, lovely space jump in Aegon Wastes hint.
I don't know if this is possible, but they should program it so it says was, just to tease you.
Yeah, I don't think we can do that because that would require the game doing like changes on the fly after the fact, which we can't really do with Prime and Echoes. I think we can with Dread. Dread has a little bit more intelligent means of doing things, but that might just be because of Dread being a little bit easier to work with it being a modern game.
Mm.
But yeah, Fizzy successfully gets themselves out of the bathtub. Probably felt like a spider down there for quite a while, trying to scurry up the sides of the wet plastic surface. But yeah, Bra's now back in labs. I wonder what's prompted this.
Might have just thought of what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a convenient grapple for Fizing. Manages to... Oh, wait, he already did. I'm done. Yeah, bro just realized and isn't too happy about it.
Yeah, there was a comment in the race time room saying, I am actually upset about that, which is definitely a feels bad moment.
Yeah.
And it is understandable from Bra's position because Bra has a lot of the game world open to them, and going back for that slightly isolated check does feel bad. But I think with the amount of ping-ponging Bra has done in this area, and also the kind of some of the early wall crawling for little gain earlier on, it's just probably bottled up a little bit here. But it does mean that Jay gets to get moving here.
Yeah. Don't forget a Thar display from Fizing.
At this point, so even though I said I would do it earlier because of the items, because Prime is effectively in go mode now, I would probably skip this.
Yeah, it makes sense.
If we were still waiting on Plasma, if we were still looking for like phase-on knowledge, I would have done it. If Echoes was missing something, I'd maybe have done it. Because it's supers that is kind of missing on the Echo side of things, you can kind of skip those. Nai's already done it. So, yeah, there's a bit more of an argument that we don't need to chase the big bait.
I hope Supers is there. Echo Supers.
Wait, what?
I hope Echo Supers is on 30.
Oh yeah, that would be disgusting. So I think the only thing logically that none of the players have yet or know of is the X-ray. The X-ray visor still does not put... X-ray visor still locks Spider Ball, Echo Spider Ball, and an STK. So we know that the X-ray is somewhere prior to all of the spider checks and Echoes. So it could be the X-ray is on Thardis.
Echo Supers on OP?
Could do, yeah. Could do.
Hopefully hard required.
Trying to think if there's anything else that would be hard required at this stage, because I think if we look at the hints, Corvus Lagoon is fine, Training Chamber's fine, Triclops, Wind Chamber, Hive, Dynamo works, doesn't need it, Poison Bog, Defiled.
You're ruining the fantasy.
I'm just working with the information we've got.
I'm kidding.
It'd be nice to see them required, but I don't think they are, sadly. Yeah, I don't think they are. Like, I'm just... Does anybody remember where the Phazon suit was? Because it's hinted in Echoes, I believe. But does anybody remember what the hint specifically said?
I saw Phazon suit, I didn't see where. It kind of flashed by fast.
It's aerial training site. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, right.
So yeah, even that isn't super locked, which is... Yeah.
Huh, that was Weird lag. What the?
Probably Dolphin Crunch.
Huh.
Jay didn't get Space Jump for quite a while. Bra had pushed out getting Amber from DMT for a little longer than probably was right, which delayed getting the Space Jump. And I think Jay had travelled a chunk of the world NSJ before that came in. I guess Jay was prioritising the ice element of what they had received. So yeah, the only downside to doing plasma processing first is we now have to deal with these crappy these beam pirates. I don't know why Faizy's fighting them.
I think I looked away. What was in plasma processing?
It was a key, an STK.
Oh, right.
Now, the interesting thing logically is that we might have Dark Visor on Thardis, because we do know that we have a logical Chika because of the gravity suit on Chika. So there's a possibility that it could be Thardis to go do Chika to then go do Biohazard. Flamethrower and PCA?
Oh, flamethrower. I thought it was a missile.
I think it was Flamethrower. Could be a missile. Either way, not required, which is kind of decent info, but I don't think I would have checked this considering we know where a good chunk of stuff is. I'm actually not sure what Naii-si and Phi think they are looking to obtain here. What they need for their potential go mode. I guess the Echo is probably what they're trying to find. Phi needs gravity, logically. I feel that Phi should know Gravityless Frigate. I want to say that he does. He doesn't know Gravityless Frigate? Oh, that could be... That could be make or break between the two teams. That might give Jay the opportunity to catch back up then, if that's the case. And Jay is going for the Thardis play. Gravity for Frigate could make sense for Hydro Access Tunnel if you don't see boost. So I can understand that. Because without boost and without gravity, Hydro Access is just a no-go. I don't disagree with the Thardis play here. With knowing that Thermal is logically available, Supers being literally right next door, I believe Thardis is a major. Whether the major is actually required for us is a different matter. They and Brad do not have Plasma Beam yet. Yeah, no. I kind of get, yeah, if they haven't done the rest of Fen, sure. Yeah, so Faizy is just pushing into mines here. I don't think there really is anything in mines to get from an artifact and key regard. So this is probably just do as much as of the game we possibly can. Now, I don't like the direction the Faizy's going, because without X-Ray, this is going to be a warp out, at least. Why is he not skipping the cutscene here? Is that? I'm not sure what that is.
Didn't look like anything.
Okay, we're doing a vent shaft play. I actually don't mind the vent shaft play. It's something I've kind of come to regard as an okay decision, is like, go do vent shaft, it's right there, and then start doing the upper stuff. Might actually save RTA now. Vent shaft does load very slowly when you try to skip it, yeah. So it looks like Bruh is entering Sank on the Spider's Treasure side of things.
Slight ammo.
Ah, shucks. Proven wrong. Yeah, Fizzy's just doing more cleanup. I honestly don't expect to find too much on Fizzy's radar here. Though I'm curious as to where the X-ray ends up being. Something in culling chamber here?
Yep.
That's SDK. Fizzy wants whatever this is. I couldn't see it. Oh, it's X-ray. Fizzy, why did you morph there? Right, so Echo Spider is now in logic. Yep. So we had to come all the way to main quarry to then have logical Echo Spider. And currently we have no way into main quarry from the front, so we were always expected to come in from the back, I think. I have lost track of how this seed actually is expected.
How does Fizzy not have access?
So from the front, you would need gravity suit to go into main quarry from the front. So that's on Chica, we know. We haven't seen Dark Visor yet. Or, well, we have we? I think both players do on the Echo side have Dark Visor. I don't know where that cropped up. But yeah, we have a gravity suit on Chica, which means we are either expected to go do Chica to get that X-ray, or just come in from reverse mines. So Jay just pushing through labs here, will come across the mini power bombs.
I've never seen that observatory dash before.
Yeah, it's something I saw Sam do recently, where you lock onto the computer screen to dash across. I find it very difficult. I don't have the muscle memory for it, so I tend to, in a race, go for like my tried and true one. Jay is picking up the power bombs now. Trying to think what. Where was Prime Boost Ball? Does anybody remember?
I don't.
Because there's a possibility that, depending on where Prime Boost is, we might have actually been expected to do Thardis as a hallway to get to the reverse labs play for those power bombs, potentially. Vent area A and Echoes. Nah, so that was easily accessible. Yeah. Yeah, I've lost track of what the seed was expecting. All of the information is fully available to us at this point. I don't think Faizy needs... Well, Faizy might need Gravity Suit, which is potentially what the play here is. Or looking for the keys for the checker to get the Gravity Suit. Yeah, the Echo Visor's been picked up on, or is getting picked up on Naii side, so that gap's been closed. Hive Key 2. Yep, so Faizy is now leaving. We'll most likely do Life Grove area here. There's not much else for Faizy to do. Brod's going to be the first to ATS for the Phazon suit, no doubt.
Yeah. So he's got a lot open in sight.
Oh yeah, this is all puzzles.
New patcher is off, right?
Yeah, no new patcher. See what Watch Station has in store for us. Hive Key 2. I think it's all the Hive keys we've at least visually seen. If not collected.
Yeah, I think so.
What do we need the light suit for? Torvus Lagoon? Is it?
You mean Poison Bob?
Oh, it's Poison Bog, yeah, that's the one. Lagoon's the light side.
Yeah. What was there again?
It's a artifact, I think, in Poison Bog. So that explains why we need the light suit. Yeah. So that is that makes sense. That is the last piece of the big puzzle that we actually need to solve, is where is light suit. But no, it's definitely going to come down to... I want to say that Faizy and Naii have the advantage here. They've covered more of the game world. They have the plasma beam. I think they are running on more keys and artifacts total between the two. Yeah. And with Bra being in Sank here, it's going to be quite a while before they see that plasma. Plasma was in Mining Station B. So Aegon was incredibly loaded this seed. I think Aegon had Space Jump. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So Varia, Space Jump, Boost Ball, Echo Visor, Plasma. There was a few others as well. Oh, and Faizy is going for the Gravityless Frigate play here. I like this.
Very nice.
These wall boosts are very tricky, but Faizy gets that one quite nicely. And it does look like Faizy is going to go the full way for the artifact and Biohazard.
So he does know it.
So Fives is going to be here for a good few minutes, and that's not to say that Fives is going to struggle. This trick takes a little bit of time. You're effectively jamming yourself into a small, like pinched part of the geometry, and you slowly just float up. And once you get to the top of, I guess, the geometry piece, you eventually pop out onto the standable, and then you can continue climbing the room. But we need to wait until the floating part of the trick has been completed. So yeah, Faizy is just going to hold this angle and just sit here for a little bit.
Do you have to mash when you do this, or just hold down the button?
I just hold forward. Just make sure that you're pushed into the geometry bit, and just sit there for a while.
So you don't even have to hold or press jump or anything?
No. What will happen is you just hold forward to make sure that you're constantly caught in the friction. Samus's camera will continue to float, and eventually, once it reaches the relevant height, Samus will just pop. It'll just pop up, and that's you done.
Yeah, the reason I asked because when Mary showed me, I mashed, so that might have been some old method.
Possibly. But yeah, like you only really need to jump to get into position, and then once you're there, you just hold the analog stick in the desired angle and just wait it out.
Gotcha.
So Jay's out of the bathtub. We'll continue on with their Fendrana cleanup.
There we go.
Aye. And then just a few nice easy slope ups. Yeah, and we're done. Jay was swimming in the bathtub, Bambi. So yeah, Fives is going to come across their biohazard artifact, which is going to be really good. It means they can completely ignore Chika being needed. The only thing that is ultimately going to punish Jay in this situation is that if there is like a progressive suit in a storage cave, it's going to be a long time before Jay comes back for that compared to Faizy, who is basically almost full cleared up until this point.
And no, we haven't seen Spider yet. Spider Guardian yet.
We haven't seen Spider Guardian yet.
We know what's nothing.
Storage cave?
I thought he was talking about Dynamo Works.
No, storage cave could still be something, because we need our light suit. So there is the potential for light suit being in storage cave, because I don't think light suit blocks our pathway to like plasma and everything that gets us there. Oh, did Faizy peek it? Right. I wasn't sure if oh no, Faizy did have plasma at the time. I wasn't sure if Faizy had X-ray at the time. I must have missed that. So Bra gets the totem skip quite nicely done there. Is now in Lower Torvis. The only problem with that is that this is bringing us further and further away from the plasma.
Yeah, to answer chat, basically, Jay and Bro are still looking for plasma, which Naii-si got a while ago, so they're fairly ahead right now.
Broad did manage to pick up the ATS phase on suit, but I don't think that's going to be too far out for Team Naii-si here.
And what do we need for echoes, Goma?
We have this STK in Airy, which is about to get collected, and then we need to find Light Suit. So we need both progressive suits for Poison Bog. So both teams are continuing their full clear here in hopes to find it. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and all others. We are in Airy. Very rarely does Airy show up.
Very rarely?
Now, Train Chamber Access, I believe, is an STK here, so we're about to pick this up. Fizzy taking a little bit of a hot soup bath here. I don't know if Jay I think Jay had checked Training Chamber earlier. Oh, Fizzy's just going straight in. Is it quicker to do the ghost fight and go through Piston Tunnel to get back to main plaza than just going back?
Seems quicker.
I didn't think so, yeah. I didn't think so, because
No?
you have to do the puzzle stuff.
Is that... Oh, really? Never actually, timed that.
Oh, but Fizzy wants it.
So I thought it was a shorter route because of the distance.
Oh, it's an artifact. It's not dead. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I guess when Jay came in here earlier on, Jay didn't have the equipment for that. So where are these progressive suits? Now, I know we've seen one of them, and I'm trying to remember where the first progressive suit was.
And second one's still unhinted, right?
Second one, I don't think we've seen the hint for, yeah. The first one was fairly early-ish. Yeah.
Oh, we still haven't seen Tower of Light.
No,
you know what they say about that?
Oh, we haven't actually seen Tower of Light, that's right.
I don't think so.
This is bizarre to see Tower of Light as such a late game check as this. This is soft. That should be good fun. Oh, that was rough, Fizzy. And then Fizzy just decides to go down instead. Tower of Light has so many different ways of climbing it. Missile! Right, 50-50. Is it Tower of Missiles today, or is it Tower of Progression? I really don't like these slope jump methods to get up onto the outside standable in Tower of Light.
I never pulled one off myself either. Personally, I prefer the R jump method, even though it's a little slower. Just seems to be more consistent.
Ah, Dark Burst, that's kind of funny.
I mean, if they still didn't have bombs, then I guess it would be crushing.
Like, I kind of sometimes liken Dark Beam to being the Wave Beam of Echoes, because they're like they're the first two of the beams that you get access to outside of the Power Beam, which means Tower of Light is normally Wave Buster. So for it to be Dark Burst is kind of funny. It's like reverse vanilla.
Okay. Got the phase on the nice side.
Oh, per Dynamo was the progressive suit. That's you're correct. So we'll be getting that shortly. I kind of see Faizy potentially doing plant somewhere along this line.
And that is nothing.
Now, where... And Bra's still on the Torvis cleanup, so...
And looks like Naii-si following suit.
Yeah. It would be nice to see Cobalt somewhere along this line so we can start picking up the Cobalt hints and get some further information, but I don't expect that to be the case anytime soon. We're probably going to see like Cobalt and PMT or something.
Yeah, it's like always the worst translator to find. Or the hardest one to find.
And then there's suit number 1. What's Faizy doing? Pretty sure you've picked this up, Faizy. Yeah.
What are we waiting on? Seen BK?
Unless Faizy's maybe stepping away?
P-Break, maybe?
Yeah, possibly. It's not like Naii is going to be doing some sort of like dangerous hell run here. So I'm not too sure what this setup is for. If this is a setup. Unless there's some sort of weird like poisoned lagoon out of bounds that we might be setting up for, and the point of the E-Tank is that if it takes a little longer. Yeah, that's what chat are thinking. This might be an incredible out of bounds play here coming up. I hope it is, I would like to see this. Which then begs the question, if we manage to do this, we probably won't be seeing light suit anytime soon. I'll laugh if light suit is just like on a Mega Pirate or something. So how does this out of bounds work? Where do they get out of bounds from? Is it a tunnel or...
No idea.
Oh, probably this tunnel maybe. The empty light suit. I take the save here just as a precaution. Or do you go out of bounds in portal chamber through the screw attack? There's a question, right? For portal chamber, does the out of bounds exist in the dark side as well as the light side? Oh, nicely done. Just first time gets out. Yeah, jumping through the wall. So the gap in the wall doesn't exist in the dark side. Interesting. Just a missile on Boost Guardian. Jay is setting up or trying to do a maze skip here. It's only an ice spreader, but we're setting up for taking the save so they can scum PMT if we need to. Not PMT, MQA. Right then, this is interesting. Let's see how this goes. I don't know what the technical aspects of any of this trick are, but we'll see.
I see, Terry.
Yeah. So that was the setup. They're making this play specifically. Now, this play isn't going to work as effectively on a reset because that E-tank's going to immediately come through before they get here, so... Now, one of the things... Oh, and we're in, I think? Or did we just fall off? Oh, we just fell off. Come on, Naii. Oh, I see this done. This is really cool. And Faizi is banking on Naii getting this. Like, they're just going to make that play.
It's nice. Save nearby?
Yeah, Naii took a save.
Okay.
Okay, fail or attempt number 1 is down the gutter. But it looks like Faizi and Naii are accepting that this is the fate of their seed. They are going to be continuing with this. So it really comes down to how quickly Naii gets this really terrible trick. And whether Bra and Jay can find the second of the progressive suits, and that allows them to catch up. But I'm going to do a wee nosy and check to see what the key versus artifact comparison is. So yeah, Naii has all 9 STKs. Faizi is obviously waiting on this last 2 keys. Artifacts, sorry.
Didn't realize they were already done.
Whereas Bra is short 5 STKs. And J, I can't see at the moment because of adverts. We love that. Yeah. So it's literally for Team Naii-si, there is 2 artifacts currently out in the wild. This one here in Poison Bog. And then the only other one I can think of.
So Naii is skipping light suit, right?
Yeah, skipping light suit to do this.
Okay.
I think the only other one they might be missing is Torvus Lagoon. So I think we're trying to wrong room this here. Yep. Yeah, no plasma on J's side's a bit rough. Bra will be finding this most likely soonish. We're in that region here to go into MSB. And the burn is on once again. We don't have the cushion of the E-tank here, so we actually have a lot shorter period of time to do this.
So is he looking for an E-tank or something?
Yeah, so it might be that what Fize is about to do is get themselves into a position, because they're 2 artifacts short of go mode. So sitting around an artifact tempo doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you could go into looking for another E-tank to cushion this attempt.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it might also be that Fize is making the decision to say, there's no point me standing still, I may as well do lower mines and find that progressive suit. So Naii might bang their head against this trick for as long as possible, while Fize tries to do some like prime cleanup.
That's a good idea.
And Jay is heading into Frigate to pick up their biohazard artifact. So yeah, at this point, the situation is either... Oh, it looks like Fize is actually going for... Actually, no, yeah, I don't think Fize's done a whole lot of this later part of Chozo stuff, so Fize is looking for this. Potentially another E-tank to help cushion or clean up the checks they've not done yet. We still haven't seen the second progressive suit, so that's still out there in the wild. So yeah, Fize continuing along with this series of checks. I think Fize's got all the checks in this region still to do. So Hall of Elders, Elder Chamber, the furnace area, along with the crossway. But no, this trick that Naii is attempting here does not look good. This looks absolutely horrendous.
Oh, almost.
This light suit skip trick will not be in the database because it requires there to be a multi-room wall crawl, which Randovania does not have logic to cover. Yep, Faizi has done Farchozo stuff, nothing there. Oh, no, Faizi's going back for plant now. Realise that that's not been ticked off.
That was an E-tank, if I remember correctly.
Was it an Echoes or Prime one, though?
I think Echoes?
That might be good. Yeah, that might be a good find. I hate this boost strategy to climb cargo freight. I've never understood it, so I've always just gone with the easy, simple bomb jump trick.
Same.
The boost seems just uncooperative for travelling this room. Oh no, I get it's fast, Sam. I just don't know how to do it. It doesn't work for me. So Naii back at it. Faizi on the way to plant. Jay about to collect another artifact. And Bra is heading somewhere. I'm actually not sure what Bra has available to them. I think Bra's done a good chunk of stuff already. And between Naii and Bra, it really makes me think that the second progressive suit is in prime mines at this stage. So yeah, like it's really hard to figure out what the next steps are for anybody. I'm hoping I'd like to see Jay enter mines and just do as much of mines as possible now with that plasma. I'm not even sure if we have all Chika keys to put the gravity suit in logic either.
I don't think so. I can't tell what that number is, but it doesn't look like a 3 out of 3.
Yeah, it looks suspiciously like 0 out of 3 from the restream. Sam, what you need to understand is there is actually no Kirby Master. Kirby Master is a sentient emote comprised of 4 individual images that make up one Magoo. And those 4 individual images pilot a robot that looks like Kirby Master. Jay... Oh, we're having a bit of a freeze. Oh, I don't know if Jay got the wall boost here. We're like just frozen perfectly. That prime E-tank on plant, so not what we're looking for.
Oh, Prime. Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, so there was an E-tank, just... But Faize not going to do... Oh no, that was Ghosts. Yeah, so not a whole lot there. So Faize probably heads into, like, mines from here, starts doing cleanup. So we're going to see Faize and Jay cross paths. Oh wait, are we actually seeing both do this? Oh no. Is this what this race has came to? I did not even know there was like a morph ball thing there that you could go under. I've never seen that before.
Wait, where?
It seems like you can morph under one of the lips of the stone geometry here, which I've never noticed.
Oh, man. It's like a split-second glance. I didn't really catch where it was.
I think it's under the seeker door. I think you can, if you don't have light suit, you can just roll under it randomly.
Oh.
Doesn't really do you anything, I guess, but I don't know. Yeah, so Faize heading into Magmar here, might be going to back Magmar to access Phase on Mines. I'm not sure if both teams have done Chozo Ice Temple with the Plasma. I think the Plasma might have came in a little just too late for Faize. Yeah, I think that's where we're going at the moment. Faize might also actually be looking to do Thardis, because Faize didn't do Thardis. But yep, looks like Naii and Bra are both going to just continue to work on this trick. I honestly don't think Light Suit is really bad. I think we've just spent 20 minutes looking at Poison Bog that Light Suit probably could have been picked up by now already. Because Faize spent quite a bit of time just standing in Artifact Temple with 2 artifacts still to be sent. So they're prioritising this to be the second last artifact rather than the last artifact. But I think Jay is most likely going to be the first to come into contact with the second progressive suit. Not sure how much of an advantage that is going to give them. But we shall see. Rather than listening to the hiss, let's jump over to some Mines music. Because Naii and Bra are just going to be doing that for a little bit of time. So we'll get away from that. Freed you. Yeah, so J is in lower mines here. This is where I expect us to find the missing puzzle piece. I fully expect us to find Dark or the light suit somewhere in PMT, Omega Pirate, something like that. Nothing in Chozo Ice Temple, so that is an empty check. Faizy just has Thardus to do in this area, and then Faizy can push into mines. Some people really be wanting that lo-fi static sound. Just stick on a CRT and you're good.
Personally, it was like ASMR. Jesus.
ASMR static.
AM2R.
Oh, yeah, AM2R. Well, I guess this kind of plays back to what I was saying earlier on about the supers and thermal, that Thardus is extremely suspicious. So if that's been on the back of Faizy's mind for quite a while, then it makes sense as to why we're kind of coming back here. I fully expect Thardus might have been a logical corridor to get to the back of labs just from a generation order. And here we are, is Phazon Mining Tunnel. Is this our chosen location?
Ew.
Yo! It's disgusting. Well, that is a good find. That allows Jay and Bra to try and catch back up here. They are at a bit of a deficit on the artifacts and keys, but it means Bra does not need to do this horrendous trick. So Faizy is going to be a bit late to this, but the benefit here is that Faizy has pretty much done everything in upper mines. So once Stardust is down, it's straight into lower mines, and they'll find that probably in the next 5-7 minutes. And they are far healthier in the artifact and key collection side of things.
I'll be right back.
You good look? I'm just going to double check to see where Jay and Bra are with their key collection. 5 out of 9 and adverts again. Thank you, Twitch. So yeah, there's still a bit of a deficit on the key side of things. The keys and artifacts. But this race is not done. This race is far from over. That light suit might just close the gap enough. Yeah, I kind of disagree with Faizy having sat at Artifact Temple for so long on the basis that Naii gets this. When you're still waiting on a second artifact. If Naii did get this, Faizy was still just sat waiting at Artifact Temple for the last artifact anyway. So either this horrible trick should have been left to be the last of the artifacts, and Faizy should have continued cleaning up the game world. Jay and Bra, I don't think, are ahead on keys. Naii has all 9 STKs and Faizy has 7 of the artifacts. Bra is at 5 of 9 last I checked, and Jay, I think, is 8 of 9, so ultimately there's only 2 missing for Team Naii-si, whereas there is at least 5 missing on Jay and Bruh. So I still think Faizi and Naii have the overall artifact and key advantage. It's just how much does that progressive suit actually give them the chance to catch up? Come on, Jay. There we go. Yeah, so the deficit is quite large here. At least the problem one is out of the way. So yeah, there's not really a whole lot left. The rest of the seed has now been, I guess, fleshed out from here.
I'm back. What I miss?
Not a whole lot at the moment. Faizi is now in lower mine, so Faizi is going to be along towards that suit shortly. Jay and Bruh found the suit, so managed to get the poison bog artifact. So they're now moving again to try and get the remaining keys and artifacts. I don't know why Faizi's fighting Cloak Drone here. Faizi, why are you going for... You setting this up for a pivot save so if you find it you can just walk back? Find it. This is a really slow pivot save, I feel. Oh, you could have skipped a lot of that maze, Faizi. You went the long way. Your first bomb broke open a pathway straight to the item. That was unfortunate. Now, yeah, the interesting thing to put everything into full logic is where are the Dark Torvus keys? Because we do expect to have had the gravity suit at this point, which is on Chica. So knowing where the keys are and how accessible those keys actually are kind of puts everything together, but otherwise we're pretty much done here. Faizi is going to come across this suit very shortly. I'm kind of thinking that session, I'm kind of expecting that Naii manages the clipping just as Faizi sends the suit, which would just be horrible. Looks like Jay is deciding to do training chamber and climb instead, or the wall crawl, sorry, to get their artifact here. It is possible, yes, Sam. A nicely done wall crawl. Just need to wrong room this and then we can get our artifact. And there is the progressive suit to Naii. Naii is probably thanking the heavens for that one.
Yeah, I would.
So I think at this point, Faizy now has the perfect freedom. Yo!
Oh my god!
We did not see that on the other side. Supers in MQB. Or Fungal Hobby. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
The last
Oh.
artifact for Naii-si might be Lagoon, I think. Which might explain why they've been banging their head against this for a while. Because it's literally right next door.
Oh, I got my wish. Supers was somewhere down.
Did Jay hot dog that? Or is it Hive Gyro Chamber? I don't know if Nai's done Hive Gyro Chamber yet. Oh, Jay didn't collect the supers. Jay just gunned it directly to the save station to get out. Was it Hive Dynamo Works? Either way, it's not a nice last remaining artifact. So this is potentially still a bit of a tight race here. Just depending on how Jay and Bra route the remainder here.
Looks like Jay's headed to Ridley. Unless he's just... Oh, okay, they're both just waiting there.
Yeah. Like, Faizy has nothing else to do because their artifact is in the Echo's world. And I think it's probably the same for Jay.
Oh, this ended up being a little closer than I thought.
Yeah. I think the amount of time that Faizy sat at Artifact Temple expecting Naii to successfully get the trick kind of outweighed or rebalanced the scales of Bra and Jay's unfortunate situation with both the wave and the plasma beam. So it is quite surprising to see how much these two teams have come back to close that gap, because they are not far off from each other. Wait, Naii is back at Sky Temple Grounds.
Maybe there was a key in Defile Train? Or maybe
There
he's taking
was.
a... Okay.
I think there was, yeah. This is actually smart, yeah.
Artifact, not key.
Right then, the first of our major bosses is about to kick off. I say major, Ridley's kind of major.
Oh my god, Seekers, please.
Right, here we go. It is the metallic chicken. No flyby skip. Fairly difficult thing to set up. But it does look like Naii-si is going to go for the boost setup here. Though I don't like Naii-si kind of rolling around just here. I do like kind of pushing myself into the cubby hole for this. And get the kind of the better minute. Granted, I say that there's a minute. I've been struggling to get the consistency of it, even though I haven't changed anything in how I do it. But, you know, Ridley do be Ridley. And here we are. So Nai's going to be finished in, what, like 4 minutes from now? Echoes doesn't really take too long to do their final bosses. Oh. Missing the... There we go. EI 1 down. And Fizzy is now into Impact Crater. Jay is now fighting... I want to say they're fighting Ridley, and they're not just sat here waiting on their artifact. Yep, they are fighting Ridley. And they're now stuck in the crotch of Ridley. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a very nice screw attack. Almost got a full clean.
Nice.
One cycle on EI, but gets the second one. Oh, Fizzy does the dentist office climb the old way. That's kind of cool. I've not seen that in a while.
Huh, dentist office. I never realized those look like teeth. So you said that.
Yeah, it's grotesque when you look at that room. It's just all these giant teeth sticking out from the red phase-on goop stuff. Dentist office. So yep, Naii is moving in to do the final boss. He's the DS3. There is no such thing as a DS4.
Mm-hmm.
The only time DS4 exists is if you do a DS3 skip, which means you failed DS4 skip. Bruh still hasn't done 80. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
But no, the Prime players are going to be fairly close together on their finish here. I think we're in Subchamber 2 for Fizzy. So it's probably only going to be like about a minute or so of a difference between Fizzy and Jay, but the Naii to Bruh difference is going to be quite a bit. Yeah, we did indeed fail the DS3 portion, so we are now in DS4. We just get to stand here, look pretty for a while.
And G for now.
Yeah, single G's in chat. And it's kind of cool that we are getting to see DS3, DS4, and DS2 all relatively right next to each other. That's a lot of DS in one, like, 2-minute gap. Alright, Faiza going into the final subchamber here. Gets to play the lovely game of Simon Says. I didn't realise that Faiza... Does Faiza know the manip here for... Does it seem like it? Yeah.
To be clear, you're talking about the melee manip, right?
Yeah.
Are you...
standing close enough to Exo, force Exo to claw swipe, and you can just jump over it and keep that up. Keep into a rhythm so that it doesn't do any of the... Specifically the orbs. The orbs are the worst attack pattern.
Or that.
Or that, yeah.
Oh my god, please.
Exo just wants to go fast, much like all the Prime speedrunners. The game is named after it, after all. Faizy, get rid of the flame orbs. Thank you. The plasma ones do a lot of damage. Faizy's getting bullied. Got frozen and then hit by the second flame orb. So Jay has made up a lot of time here with some exo this techniques here, doing the melee minute. Has managed to catch up quite a bit on the chamber, so there could be like a... Jay could possibly take this if there's a potential pull skip here. The Faizy's first one to make touchdown on Essence. Oh. And Jay is now joining Faizy. Faizy is going for... I can never remember what the terminology is for the two different tricks here, but I think that's pull cancelling. So Faizy is trying to step in and out of the pool here to try and extend how much phase on is available for shooting Essence during each of these phases.
Attack cancelling and pool cancelling.
Yeah, there we go. So that was actually pretty good. Single pull gets half the health away. Like Jay is also trying to follow suit on that, but has had an unfortunate situation.
Yeah. And one less visor.
Oh, yeah. And then Faizy is going for more pull cancels here, and might actually get this in the two pulls, which would be very nice. Very nicely done from Faizy. And there's the second G. So that is a GG's to Team Naii-si.
And Jay is skipping interview for now. Or this time. Understandable.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. We'll get the invite sent out. Kompetenz Inc. have taken the forfeit, which is fair because Bra is still en route to final bosses. So we'll get we'll get Naii and Faizi in here for some commentary. And we'll get Brian here as well and kind of do a wee chat down of the seed. That's me saying hoping the invites have gone out properly. So what was your overall thoughts on? How did you think that seed, not from the runner's perspective, but from the viewer side, what did you think of the seed overall?
It's a little hard to follow for me personally. Just looking at four screens and always missing vital things because I glance away.
Yeah.
But overall, it was probably middle of the road as far as trolliness goes.
The thing that I think is quite surprising with this seed specifically is just how much the seed expected Echoes to stay in Aegon. Like, you were literally expected to just stay in Aegon for almost the good first half of the seed.
Yeah, that's another thing I've noticed recently that's kind of thrown me off. Like 45 to maybe 90 minutes in, you could still be expected to backtrack there just for like one vital thing, and it's kind of feels bad to have to do that.
Yeah. Because I think, like, we had space jump, we had the wave beam, I believe we also had the bombs, we had the plasma there, so it was fairly rough overall.
Yeah.
And welcome in, brah.
Hello.
And there's Faizi.
That was kind of upsetting seeing wave there and then plasma. I really did not do as good as I should have.
Yeah, so the let's see where we can take it off. So the beginning of the game, both teams had a little bit of a kind of diverging route at the early point. But overall, we kind of expected both teams to eventually cross paths with the collection of items. I think, you and Jay had the Varia and the bombs a lot earlier, at the detriment of not having Spider and Space Jump. And the Amber as well. It seemed that when the Space Jump and the Screw Attack for Echoes came in, Faizi and Naii had made the push back into Temple Grounds with the aim probably to do GFMC originally, but came across the Amber on DMT, which then kind of gave you that awkward pattern of going, do we go to GFMC or do we go back and do the Amber stuff? And you chose the Amber stuff and found Space Jump. And that was the first overall part of the journey of the seed, was how that two diverging decisions rippled so much, because Jay was first into Fen but couldn't do anything when in Fen, whereas Faizi was late to getting the Varia suit. But as soon as the Varia suit came in, Faizi had Wave Beam, Faizi had Ice Beam, Faizi could do so much in Findrana, and the Plasma dropped while Faizi was in Fen, so basically Faizi could do all of the game at that point. It was just unfortunate that your side of things, finding the wave so late on after the ice, finding the plasma so late on as well. So it was a bit rough. It was definitely a bit of a rough seed. And what being told to stay in Aegon for the majority of it was kind of weird. So I can understand that.
And the saddest thing was I was going to wall crawl to Mining Station B, like, right before I was going to go into Torvis. But then I don't know, I just, for whatever reason, I didn't. And I was so upset when I found that plasma, because I was so close to getting it like an hour in, and instead I get it like 2 hours in.
Yeah. Now, before I jump over to Faizi and Naii, one of the questions I wanted to ask yourself, bro, was during the kind of, I think it was like somewhere around the 20 to 30 minute mark, you started doing the mining plaza out of bounds with Robert to do a wall crawl for something that I couldn't really figure out what it was you were aiming to do. Because I think you eventually, because you ended up going back in bounds, having done nothing with the wall crawl, and then went back for the wall crawl. to then come in bounds at Crossroads, I think it was. And I was really confused as to what you were trying to set up for. Like, what were you planning? Was that the wall crawl for MSB?
Well, so there I was planning to get space jump, but what I was okay.
Did you have knowledge of space jump at the time?
We had that hint that a space jump was 3 rooms away from Dark Beam.
Okay.
So I was like, I'd already done main reactor, so it was either Sand Cache or Storage A. And I was like, it's probably not Storage A. So I was trying to wall crawl Sand Cache, but then when I was doing Aether jumps, I was inside of Portal Access A, and then the room loaded around me, so I accidentally went back inbounds. And then I was just like, you know what, this is too slow to do again. So
so that's what we missed, and we didn't realise that you had the SJ hint knowledge, which makes sense as to why. We thought you might have gone for Sand Cache, but we didn't realise... We weren't sure why you were doing it without the knowledge, but you had it, we didn't, I guess. That makes sense. Faizy and Naii, how you doing?
Still trying to calm down, because... Oh, boy.
That was a seed, wasn't it?
Me getting stuck in gravity chamber for like a good 10-15 minutes trying to get out, and then Naii throwing his head against the wall trying to get my artifact out of Poison Bog. It was not great.
No. We'll get to the Poison Bog bit. We will get to the Poison Bog bit. But for you, Faizy, definitely give it a watch back to the race, because we have a bit of a conversation on the Gravulous Chamber. So hopefully that points you a bit in the direction of how to kind of try and get that a little bit better. Because I think your positioning where you were doing the slope jump wasn't giving you the height, and there is a really good setup for doing that. But yeah, it was a rough one kind of going in, and especially with the fact that Gravity Suit was on Chica, which you logically required for obviously Biohazard and the Gravity Chamber. Does anybody remember what the keys were, where the keys were positioned for Chica? Because I don't think anybody got all 3.
I know there was one in Fungal Hall Access.
Fungal Hall Access? Oofed.
Yeah. The other 2, though, did I even get any keys? No.
I don't think so. Honestly, don't think so. I don't think we saw any of them. We saw all 3 Inghive keys, and I think we saw 2 of the Aegon keys. So yeah, like Chica was super, super pushed out as well.
Yeah. And the thing I hate about Gravity Chamber more is I get the upper part first try, just going for it. And I usually struggle with that for the longest time. And Gravity Chamber getting out, I haven't had issues. I've gotten out NSJ before. But being stuck there for 10-15 minutes, I'm in panic mode. It's like, I'm losing so much time. This is what's stupid. Why did I do this?
Yeah. The other obviously elephant in the room was the Poison Bog thing, which was actually quite an interesting situation. So we ended up with the scenario where, Faizy, you are 2 keys remaining to finish your game. Naii has all STKs, starts doing the out of bounds for Poison Bog. Bra ended up doing the out of bounds as well for this. So Bra and Jay were, I would say, not significantly, but there was a fair amount of distance between how much key and artifact advantage Naii-si had over Bra and Jay. But you both ended up syncing up, doing the same trick at a period of time. There was a world where Jay and Bra could almost have closed the gap, because Jay was in full clear prime mode. Because it seems that there was somewhere in the conversation between Faizy and Naii that you had decided, we're confident enough that Naii can do this trick, we're going to sit at Artifact Temple and wait. Whereas Jay was still clearing the game. Jay was the first to find the light suit, which could have made that gap shrinks so much more. And as you can see, Jay wasn't too far off, like catching up on Faizy's side of things. And I was curious as to why you'd spent a little bit longer sitting at Artifact Temple before pushing out to do remaining checks on your side, Faizy. Because it felt like, because you'd gone for the Poison Bog as your second last key, or second last artifact, and there was still an artifact to come after that, could have meant that time was maybe better used. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Naii going into it was confident. He was all psyched up, ready to go get it, because 9 out of bounds, or just can't put them in separate sentences anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And so I decided to wait there for a little bit. He wanted to give it a couple of attempts. After a couple of deaths, I decided to go start clearing out, looking for stuff for him. And then I ended up sitting on an E-Tank when he was getting over there.
Yeah, the E-Tank play at the beginning was actually cool. We liked that. Because at first we weren't too sure, because you'd stopped to the E-Tank and we thought Faizy might think he's in BK, so maybe he's sitting there just trying to figure out what to do. Maybe he's gone for a bio break, and then we noticed that Naii started setting up for the out of bounds, and we're like, okay, this makes sense. But yeah, there was a potential for the gap to have been minimised with the fact that Jay was able to find the light suit a little sooner. But it was just unfortunate that, I guess, the not necessarily last locationing, but basically last locationing the plasma just done a little bit more damage. And the wave, yeah. The wave one was so unfortunate because you'd done part of labs to find the Varia suit first, so we understood why you were so late on going back to labs the second time. But when you went back to labs the second time, you got to the save station coming in from like the Sand Canyon direction, and then warped out 2 rooms away from wave, and we basically all bit our tongue at that point. We were just like, oh. But you'd set up the pivot save, so you managed to recover a little bit quicker on that one. But yeah.
And let me just say, I was like, at the point after that, so I got Echo Visor. I go and check Profane Path, because I'm like, that could have been Wave Beam. Then I came back to Labs, because I was thinking, and I didn't have Spider Ball at the time. We could have potentially even had it in Hazing Cliff. So I was like about to go all the way around to Hazing Cliff without Spider Ball before even checking Bioenergy, because I was just so sure that it wasn't going to be Wave Beam. And I mean, that's like, I always leave Bioenergy behind if I don't know there's something there. So it was like, and it's just unfortunate. Like, a lot of the time it's dead and it's just so slow. But there's some times where
Randall do be Randall.
Most of the time you can save a couple minutes, but it does hurt you sometimes. And then Mining Station B, I usually love to go there really early, but
I remember I think there was an early point in the seed where you pulled up the map and you hovered over MSB, and then you decided to go out the front. So it is one of those things that it's hard to say, like, at any given time what the right and wrong decisions are, because it's randomizer. Like, you don't know the information until you physically see it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the MSB one is understandable as to why that was kind of late. I think the Wave Beam was probably the one that done the majority of the damage, unfortunately. But even one of the interesting things is that, you were first to find the Echo Visor as well. Because the logic for that is actually kind of terrible, because you were expected to go into Dark Labs to get the Varia for Prime, to then get the the Light Beam, to then have the Echoes player to go back to the Doomed Entry side to go in to get Echo Visor from Battleground, because Supers were in Fungo Hall B.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, like, it was a really weird ping pong logic in this one. I would really like to look at the actual generation order, especially with Spider Ball being at the top of Root Cave, and Plasma, X-Ray being in main quarry as well really pushes out that Echo Spider Ball by a lot. So it's a very interesting seed to try and dissect and understand where the logic chain was actually going at any given time. So I would say congrats to both teams playing with what was effectively a very messy seed. Now, I know I've done a lot of talking. Apologies. Anything you want to kind of jump
No,
in
not
with?
really. Pretty much whatever you said.
I got bullied by EXO.
You did.
EXO would not chill.
Have you practiced the melee manip at all, Fizzy? Because I notice you still do like the ranged combat with Exo.
I've started trying to look into it, but I've been falling back into old habits. I'm just happy I got a 2-pull at least.
Yeah, that was very nice. The double pull cancels on Essence was nice. But yeah, like you had the unfortunate situation of getting Exo to shoot the orbs, to freeze you, to then hit you with one of the orbs, and then you got ran over the top by Exo.
It wasn't
afterwards.
the orb that froze me. He did a ice beam.
Yeah, you got hit by the flame orb, but you got ice beamed, which the flame orb then connected with you, and then you got ran over the top by Exo. It was like, oh boy, you got bullied.
And he kept changing colors instantly. And then he just went hyper mode.
But no, Naii, any comments from yourself? Anything you want to add in how you found the seed?
Where's that give of Samus giving the middle finger when you need it?
All I gotta say is thank you, Aaron, for this wonderful seed.
We did get Aerie. That's 2 seeds back to back that we've had required Aerie, I believe.
Not Aaron.
I'm very worried about that.
I know,
Echo.
but Aerie as well.
And Hive Dynamo, so technically Spider Guardian required.
Was Echo hinted anywhere?
Echo? I don't know. A lot of the stuff I didn't find hint for. Where was Cobalt?
Oh man, I got a hint for that, I think.
Neither team picked it up, so yeah. It's either
Yeah, I
hinted
never
or...
saw it.
It was in Dark Lower Turbos. It was a proximity hint from Dungeon.
That's right, yeah.
Nah. So, Grapple Guardian then at that point?
I think
Grapple Guard was a flamethrower.
so it must have been under Transit 1.
Okay.
I like it.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything else interesting regarding the logic chain. Like, main power bombs for Echoes being in labs was a bit of a weird one. There's a part of me that thinks that Thardus was technically required as a hallway, just from a generation order, even though Boost Ball was super easily accessible from Vent Area A. It's possible that the Boost Ball was actually placed a little later because of the supers and thermal for Thardus to get into reverse labs, potentially. But that's all just more theory than anything, because it's hard to tell without a spoiler log on that stuff.
I didn't get a hint for wave or plasma. I actually didn't get a hint for any single beam at all. And I got like most of the amber, emerald, and violet hints.
I think I got at least every single Violet and Amber hint. Emerald, I think I missed Gathering Hall and Catacombs, but that's it. But yeah, I didn't see any beam hints either.
Gosh.
Just ran into them all. Like,
So is on Cobalt then.
Did anybody check the MSB hint? Because there's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
yeah, I had Amber at that time.
Yeah. Because I think, like, Ice Beam probably wasn't hinted because it was so easily accessible. Like, having a double-loaded GFMC was pretty cool. With Ice Beam on top of the ship, which was nice. And I think, yeah, Wave and Plasma not being hinted was kind of rough. Probably Cobalt, no doubt. Like, Cobalt always likes to have, like, the good information at the wrong time. But yeah, I don't think there's much else I can think of. Any closing statements from Fizzy and Naii?
I do not wish to give additional comment at this time.
Don't worry, we won't hold you on record for it. All by yourself, bruh. Any final comments?
I do not think so.
Yeah. Well, GG's to Faizi and Nai, and commiserations to Bra and Jay. Jay, if you're in chat, it was good to have you on the race side of things. It is an unfortunate seed on your team side of things, and I guess it's how Randall be sometimes. Randall can be a bit of a bully.
Indeed.
But yeah,
Mhm.
nothing else from me.
Me neither.
Oh, actually, one more thing. As soon as the race got finished, I immediately see Cesrion sending both me and Nai a video of how to do Poison Bog without light suit.
Yeah, I saw that. I was thinking about it because like that's how you get Lagoon without screw attack or grab boost.
Oh, really? Yeah.
That's you literally do the exact same thing. You just stealing warp where Macy or just the boost. So I
Right.
was thinking about it. I looked at it for a bit, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna be stubborn. Wish, kind of wish I had actually tried that. Especially because like the what dark water does is like if you load the room without light suit, it puts a floor on the surface of the dark water, so you couldn't morph there anyways. So, like that was in my head. That was like, no, that's not working.
Right, so last little thing before we close out, we do have 3 more races today. So at 9 p.m. Oh no, 4 p.m. EST, we have PVC Pipe versus Dreadless Abomination. And then 5 p.m. EST, we have No Gain All Pain versus Unthought of Name. And then at 9 p.m. EST, we have Check the Tree versus Team Phase Out. So we're closing in on the last remaining matches of the group stages over today. I think there's only maybe a few remaining after that. So if you're looking for more Prime cross-game cup content, there's plenty going on over the course of today. And I think that is what? SG2, SG4, and Speed Gaming Prime. So lots to be had there. But yeah, folks, I think that is us. Thank you very much for joining me.
No problem.
Thank you for the runners as well.
Yeah, GG's.
Mm-hmm.
GG.
Yeah,
GG.
and see you next mission, I guess.
Yeah, thank you all for watching.
And
See you
happy
next mission.
holidays as well if I don't hear or if I don't come any other races before then.
Yep, same. See you later.
Bye.